Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. It's me, and it's the Roobster. This is Ruby, and we are going to talk about this whole Robert Pattinson being Batman situation. And we're not happy about it. Make your mean face, Ruby. You're not happy about it. Yeah. She's my baby. This is my baby right here. A big old grizzly. It's like a combination of a sea lion, a little bear, a dog, a lion, and my Buxton sparkling water, when still just isn't enough. Okay everyone, so this wasn't really a video I ever intended to do. I did think about it because, it's the subject matter is pretty close to what I have been doing for the last 11 years-ish on the channel. But it was actually Derek Fagan, a friend of mine out in California, the man responsible for there being a 1/6 scale Batman Begins figure right there where my thumb is, in a very awkward position. Raise that a little bit. There you go. But yeah, Derek asked in my last video in the comment section what were my thoughts on Robert Pattinson being cast as Batman. And I don't really have too much to say because, to be fair, I haven't seen him in anything. I'm aware of him. I've seen his face everywhere when Twilight films have been coming out. I haven't seen any of those. I've seen TV spots in between, commercial ad breaks when something I'm watching on TV is on. So I'm aware of him and how he looks and stuff. And I did a bit of research before filming this, and he's an actor slash musician slash, what was the other thing? He does some stuff. He's fair play to him. He's keeping busy and he's putting in work. But I don't. I haven't seen him in anything, so I can't really say too much, to be fair. But I have got thoughts. I don't think he's the man for the job. Obviously he's going to be playing a younger Batman in this film by Matt Reeves. He looks. He looks like he'll look all right in the cowl. He's got the jawline and, everything seems to be where it's meant to be. So my first experience with someone being cast as Batman and there being a big backlash about it was Ben Affleck, because I didn't have the internet, like I said, until 2006. And I don't think there was much of a backlash. I can't imagine there would have been too much of a backlash about Christian Bale being cast because everyone saw American Psycho and The Machinist. I mean, they must have been quite accepting of it, I'm guessing. I don't know. I have no idea. Didn't have the internet. Completely old school. Just magazines and whatever the hell would be on TV about something, which was in the UK, not much. So, Ben Affleck announced as the new Batman. I remember leaving kind of half joking, just kind of being a bit of a douchebag that particular night. You shouldn't comment on Facebook when you've stayed up too late and maybe under the influence, maybe. I don't know. I don't really drink anymore. Just a couple of beers every now and then. But I remember leaving a comment when I found out, just like, no. Then I see on a talk show about Ben Affleck when he looked on the internet after it was officially announced, and the first comment he saw was no. And I thought there must have been a lot of people who left that exact kind of comment. It wouldn't have been me. There's no way it would have been me, but I'm very sorry if it was. He actually turned out to be an amazing Batman. And I eat my words happily about Ben Affleck. God bless him. I don't think he had a fair shot. He did, obviously, with Dawn of Justice. He really gave his all and was given every opportunity and probably had quite a bit of input. Dawn of Justice, obviously the full version, not the cut version that we got in the cinema, but the real version of the movie. I really like that movie, and I think Ben Affleck was potentially one of the best, and is based on Dawn of Justice, tainted obviously by Justice League. Unfortunately, it's like with the Crow movie. It's like that's such an amazing film, and then the sequels were so awful. It kind of puts a stain on the original. Like, that's the way I feel about Ben Affleck in Dawn of Justice, which was awesome, but then it was stained and marred by the cringiness of Justice League and the desperation from Warner Brothers to try and catch up with Marvel. So obvious what they were doing. It was just cringy. It was like, Jesus, don't insult our intelligence. We see what you're doing and it sucks. Don't do this. Anyway, but so Ben Affleck. Yeah, that was my first experience of seeing the backlash when someone was cast as Batman. And I ate my words, and he did great in that first film. And the little bit that he was in Suicide Squad, great, both scenes as well from him. So now we have Robert Pattinson, who, if I'm saying that name right, I hope so. Robert Pattinson, is that? I've never seen a Twilight movie. I've never seen anything that he's ever been in. I'm aware of him. I've seen all the posters. I hope I haven't already said all this, because I have done about 6 takes, and you get to the point when you've done multiple takes where you forget which take you've mentioned something in. But anyway, I haven't seen him in anything. And I got to be honest, the bit of research I've done before filming this, going on YouTube and typing in his name and just seeing what comes up and watching a few things to try and get a sense of what kind of a guy Robert Pattinson is. You know, I can't be an absolute douchebag and just dismiss the guy having never met him or even watched one of his films. I got to say though, my first impressions aren't good. You know, the first video I saw was from the channel called Wired, I think. And it was the internet's most searched questions on Robert Pattinson. But he was also with the lady from Alice in Wonderland. And the dude wouldn't stop touching his hair. Like, literally, it's either because he's uncomfortable in front of a camera, but for a model slash actor slash musician, that doesn't seem to make sense. So the only other explanation is that he literally keeps wondering if his hair looks okay. I mean it, man. He wouldn't stop doing this. He just wouldn't stop touching his hair. And I don't know, that's a red flag right there. He's very English, though. I mean, Christian Bale was obviously English, but he's like a chameleon, and he stays in character. I mean, I can't see Robert Pattinson doing interviews, doing press junkets still with an American accent, you know, like Christian Bale did. But he's very English, though, Robert Pattinson. I mean, he just sounds something. He's probably done loads of movies where he's played American guys, and that's great. So, I don't know. We'll see. There's something in there I'm not connecting with. And that's the very polite way of putting it. Anyway. Oh, yeah. That sweet, fizzy nectar. It's very nice. Buxton. So, got to wrap it up. Just, it feels weird, you know, saying anything negative about someone I don't know. It doesn't seem fair, but I've certainly got thoughts on the situation. He's not someone I would have chosen to play Batman. But like I said, been proven wrong before. Happy to be proven wrong when it comes to Batman stuff. So, you know, maybe he'll do a good job, but definitely not the guy I would have chosen for the job. He seems like universes away from, you know, what I would expect. You know, yeah, I can't, other than the obvious kind of like, oh, he's got a chiseled jaw and all that rubbish. I can't see it. Can't see why he's been chosen. I mean, he's super English. He's like super English. Christian Bale was English, but this guy's really English. You know, we'll see. But I don't think it looks good. And I don't know who I would have chosen instead. I'm really not too clued up on who the younger generation of actors are, like around his kind of age group. I don't know. I mean, how old is Robert Pattinson? Is he 30 yet? He might still be like 28, 29. I have no idea. Complete guess. I'm just judging by his mush when I saw him on YouTube. So, yeah, I don't want to go too in-depth and be mean about someone who I don't know and who I've never actually taken the time to watch a film of. It doesn't seem right. So all I can do is just tell you my gut reaction, which is no, I don't think he is the right person for this job, but he could prove everyone wrong. And like I said, I'm happy for that to happen. As long as we get a good Batman movie. But I've got Batman Begins, and I always will have Batman Begins, so I don't really care if this does well or not, because it's already peaked top of the mountain for me. In my lifetime, Batman Begins probably won't be topped, or maybe ever. So those are just my thoughts and my opinions. All the way, Batman Begins. Yeah, there it is. All right, so subscribe, hit the bell icon so you get notifications on all the videos and you don't miss out on any of the content. Follow me on Instagram and Facebook at Dean Knight 333, and you can click on the link underneath the video and become a Patreon for as little as $1 a month if you want to, and that will help me get some actual figure reviews for you guys instead of me just sitting here talking about Robert Pattinson, which is something I'd rather not be doing, to be honest with you. I want to be reviewing these things for all the content you get for $1 a month. Come on, behave yourself. Look at that. Look at my stomach sticking out. My man titties. All right. Peace.